Hello and welcome to Roots to Sprouts. In this video, we are going to see rainwater harvesting. There are different types of rainwater harvesting systems. The most common and less expensive one is using the rainwater storage tanks with the help of gutter lines that collects the water from the rooftops. There are some common questions with people that why do plants grow better with rainwater? Is collecting the rainwater good for plants? Is rainwater good for garden? Can human consume that water? Let's look at all these things in this video as much as we can. Plants are autotrophs. They normally obtain all the nutrition they need from the environment around them. And rainwater plays a most important role in this particular ecosystem. Rainwater is the most natural way for plants to obtain the moisture, but unfortunately in the tap water often they added chemicals as it's treated and recycled for human consumption. So you may ask the question, can these rainwater can be consumed for human drinking? There is nothing inherently unsafe about or wrong with drinking rainwater as long as it is clean and it is fresh. But it's not advisable to start collecting and drinking the collected water in a storage tanks or anything. The reason why the plant grows really well with rainwater is rainwater has higher level of oxygen and is free from any harmful minerals and additives that is found in the regular tap water that we consume. This is as per the Texas A&M University's research. If you have a garden in your patio or backyard, it is recommended that you must make a system that can store the rainwater. It can be in any size, but at least try to save some water when it is required. You can release it to your plants. Because rainwaters are soft water and hence it's really safe for the plants. Unlike the tap water, rainwater does not contain any salt, minerals, or any treated chemicals, or any other thing that will treat your water, which is very natural, right? So even the groundwater and the surface water can be contaminated or have chemicals by the soil that over the time it gets in contact with your groundwater that might become harmful. But the rainwater is really soft and it is good for your plants. So now let's look at what I have done. These are the food graded toads that I got. And when I say these are food graded, it also means that the plastics has no harmful or toxic components, because most of the time these toads are used to carry some high toxic chemicals and harmful materials in these toads for the transportation. So it is better to do some research before you get these toads. 275 gallons or 1000 liters capacity toads, and slightly expensive since these are food graded ones. And another important thing that I want to tell about this toads is the frame. These are like aluminum high dense frame which is not too heavy that you need at least two people to lift it with no water. It's an empty tank, you can lift it. That's how I did to move from all the way from my driveway to my backyard. With me and my friend, we lifted all the way back here. So it is not that heavy when there is no water in the store, but this metal is very strong enough to hold the water, 275 gallon water in this plastic high dense plastic containers. And I was very satisfied with the material and the quality of these dots. As you see, I have these dots placed very close to my wall where I have the gutter line is running. So it will be easy for me to get an extender from the gutter line and to connect the dot. And also you see I have two dots. I'm going to use a link connector between these two dots. So when the first dot is filled, the water will move automatically to the second dot. I have added these adapter to this valve so that you can run a half-inch drip pipes to these adapter and you can run the water all the way to your garden beds like this. So we have two of these, so it can be connected in parallel to multiple plants. So in total this will hold like 550 gallon of water, the rainwater that comes from this gutter line. So I kept it very close to the gutter line because I also got this Oatey Mystic rainwater collection system. So this is very helpful and looks very simple and easy to connect. So I got this from Amazon. So let me show you what are the parts in this particular thing. So you have one piece that goes, another one is this. So these are the two connectors or the dividers, the downspout and the upspout, which will connect to your gutter line here. So we have the instructions how to install this. Let me show you the instructions. So it's a simple 4-step process. So first what they're telling, you need to cut the existing gutter line 6 inches as an insert for these connectors, and then first insert the downspout where the pipes are connected to your toad, and then connect the upper spout and then join them together and then run the pipe. So this is a very simple 5-step process that can be followed. Another important reason why I chose this particular connector is it's not going to overflow the water after filling the toads. It will anything that after filling these two toads, that will run to the gutter line to my ground. So that is one advantage of getting this system. Or what I would have done is, like, I could have put a bend here, like a bend, and I could have connected a pipe to the bend to the toad. So what will happen in that way, the toad will fill. After filling both the toads, the water will overflow from here. I don't want the water to overflow in my garden like that, but in this system you can see how it is. It connects, and then the water will, after filling the toads, the excess water that will still continue to run, and it will go under the ground. So that was the main reason I got this one. It was not that expensive, but it definitely worth for buying and trying this. So let me show how to connect this now. Measure the distance between your toad and the gutter line, and see the ideal point where you can cut it for the pipe to connect to the gutter lines. Okay. So I measured 6 inches. And I'm cutting it over here. So while connecting the kit to these gutter lines, I realized the size I bought at Amazon was 2 inch smaller than my gutter line. So I have to do some alternate arrangements with that kit by squeezing the gutter line to fit into this kit and to connect it. It doesn't look neat, it's not pretty, but it serves the purpose for me. So I waited for a rainy day to see whether the system I connected worked or not, because I never expected that it's going to be in a different size. I was thinking all these connectors comes in a standard size, but that's not right. The bunnies were playing and having fun in the rain, so I went inside my garden and I was surprised to see a baby bunny running inside the garden. Even after securing the garden so much, these baby bunnies, they find small holes, even the chicken wire holes, to get inside. So let's leave that aside. So now this is a 275 gallon toad which is now filled with the water. The setup is not fully done as I was expecting because of the different connection what I got and how I connected. I wasn't sure whether this is going to work, so I just tested. But since it worked, now I'm going to make it more firm. But let's see how to release the water and how it works. There are multiple options in this valve. You can slowly release the valve to get a low pressure, and if you want high pressure, you can fully open the valve. Look at the pressure. This can easily push the water all my garden beds. I'm pretty sure about the pressure what I get in this 275 gallon tank. That can push the half-inch tube all the way to my beds. And I did secure these connectors with metal screws in the gutter line so that it's sturdy and it's not falling apart. I know it's not the neat or the nicest thing that I want to show you, but sometimes failures can happen. But how you make up and try to make it work, that's up to you. So I tried an option and it worked for me. I'm going to complete this installation and I'm going to post my next video, which is the second part of this water harvesting video, and I will show you how I connect the first tot to the second tot using the link, the connector link between the tots, and then I will also run the half-inch irrigation tube all the way to my garden beds from the tots, so that you see how this complete setup is done. I will show those things in my next video, part 2 of this rainwater harvesting video. Until then,